So the Western Conference Finals are set to start. Tomorrow night we got the Nuggets and the Lakers. Here's your Western Conference Finals preview. Now, I'm not the first one to make one of these. A lot of people have already been previewing them, and you hear a lot of the same stuff. You hear a lot of, the Lakers have to stop Jokic. If the Lakers can stop Jokic, then they'll win. You got to make Jokic either a passer or a scorer. If he does both, you're probably going to lose. It's a lot of what you hear. And the people who say that, they're right from this perspective of, yes, it's very important for the Lakers to stop Jokic. If the Lakers don't stop Jokic, then the Nuggets are probably going to win, right? They're right from the perspective of you have to make Jokic, a passer or a scorer. Like, if he does both, then the Lakers will probably lose, right? Like, all these analysi, however you say it, like, those are all correct. But I think a lot of times, whenever we preview series and we talk about a series before it starts, we get really locked into one side of the ball. Okay? Like, we get really locked into what are the Lakers going to do to stop Jokic? And we just kind of end it there. And look, like, that's a really important part of the series. That's a really important question. We need to ask that question. We need an answer to that question. What are the Lakers going to do to stop Jokic on the screen and roll? What are they going to do when he catches the ball in the mid-post? What are they going to do when he catches the ball on the block? What are they going to do when he catches the ball at the three-point line? Are they going to put Anthony Davis on him? Are they going to go really big and play two bigs? Like, what are they going to do? How are they going to counter everything? And like I said, these are all really important questions. We need to ask these questions. The way that these questions are answered will play a big role in the series. But I feel like whenever I watch videos, that's really all that I see people talking about. You see them talking about that, and you see them talking about, well, the Lakers are going to, they're going to put Jokic in the screen and roll, and they're going to make him play defense. They're going to make him defend on the perimeter because he's not very good at that. Newsflash, there's not a single center in the league who's good at defending on the perimeter. Okay, Joel Embiid, one of the best centers in the league, one of the best defensive centers in the league. What did the Celtics do Game 7? They made him defend on the perimeter, and he wasn't very good at it because that's just not what centers are good at. And here's the thing, like, I think that the Lakers can win this series if Jokic does both score and pass the ball well. I think the Nuggets can win this series if Jokic has to defend 1,000 pick and rolls. Here's really where I think that the series is going to be broken up. What is Jamal Murray going to do? How does Jamal Murray play? Because look, Anthony Davis, one of the best, maybe the best defender in the NBA. I don't care. You're not going to stop Jokic. You're not. Okay, you can't speed him up. He's going to play at his own pace. The way that his game works, he's not overly reliant on athleticism. And so you can't just put really athletic guys on him and slow him down. Okay, him and Luka are really similar in that regard where even if you put really athletic defenders on him, it doesn't matter because their game isn't built off of athleticism. Okay, if you've been watching the videos, if you've listened to the podcast, then you know that I compare Jokic a lot to Tim Duncan, especially on the low block. They're really similar, very fundamentally sound, have exquisite touch. I mean, the touch around the bucket is insane. And when you play against guys like this, can more athletic guys cause some issues? Sure, without a doubt. But ultimately, the Nuggets and Jokic aren't going to be slowed down on offense. The question will be, how consistent are the other guys for the Lakers? And how does Jamal Murray play? If Jamal Murray plays at a level that we've seen Jamal Murray play at, then the Nuggets are going to be really tough to beat. Right, because the question is always, what are the Nuggets going to get outside of Jokic, and what are the Nuggets going to get when Jokic is off the floor? And when Jamal Murray is right, and Jamal Murray is going, and he's playing at that all-star level, then the Nuggets get really good production when Jokic is off the floor. And that's the thing. Like, if Jamal Murray is a 25-point scorer in this series, I don't know how the Lakers can overcome it. And look, they're going to put Jared Vanderbilt on him. They're going to put Dennis Schroeder on him. They've got a lot of bodies to throw at Jamal Murray. And for me, like that's the thing to watch. It's not the Jokic AD matchup in terms of the Nuggets. It's the Jamal Murray versus the plethora of defenders that the Lakers have to throw his way. Okay, because when we look at the role players for the Nuggets, they're going to knock down shots. All those guys can shoot the basketball. All those guys are at least good defenders on the defensive end. So the question isn't, do the Nuggets role players show up? The question is, how big of a role does Jamal Murray play, and how effective is he on the offensive end? That's the question for the Nuggets. The question for the Lakers is the opposite. Do they have consistent role players? Do they have consistent role player performances equivalent to what we got in the Warriors series, right? Because whenever we look at that Warriors series, the games that the Lakers won weren't because Anthony Davis went for 45 and 15, weren't because LeBron went for 30, 12, and 10. Okay, it's because Lonnie Walker scored 15 points in the fourth quarter in Game 4. It's because D'Angelo Russell and Dennis Schroeder combined for 38 in Game 1. So on and so forth. And when we look at the Warriors in that series, a large part of why they lost is because they didn't have a second star show up outside of Steph Curry. And that's why the question of Jamal Murray is really big for the Nuggets. Once again, a question for the Lakers. Do they get an Austin Reeves game? Do they get a Rui Hachimura game? Do they get a Dennis Schroeder game? Do they get a D'Angelo Russell game? Do they get a Lonnie Walker game again? Like, who is going to be the other guy for the Lakers that's going to show up? Because, look, LeBron, we've seen it throughout the playoffs. He is not pedaled to the floor for 40 minutes like he used to be. He's pedaled to the floor for like 25 minutes, and then for the other 15, to 18 minutes he's on the floor, he's much more trying to control the offense, right? And he's not the defender that he was, and I don't want to get into a whole LeBron thing here, but that's the question. If the Lakers get consistent role player performances equivalent to what they got in that Warriors series, I honestly don't know how anybody can beat them. But if they don't, and Jamal Murray plays well, it's going to be a really tough time for the Lakers. So those are the two things to watch going into the series. Do the Lakers get, good performances from their role players, and how does Jamal Murray look against the multitude of wing defenders that the Lakers have? I'm going to take the Nuggets to win in 7. I don't think either team drops a home game. Both teams are 6-0 at home in the playoffs. Tough to go into LA and win. Really tough to go into Denver and win. Best of luck to both teams. I'm excited. I think this series is going to be wildly entertaining, more so than the Heat and Celtics series. We'll have a preview video out on that series tomorrow. Tomorrow night, though, Game 1, Nuggets-Lakers, going to be a good one. Cannot wait for it to come up. Thanks so much for watching the video. Make sure to drop a like, comment below who you think is going to win the series, and what you think the major key points are. I'd love to hear your opinion on that. Make sure you subscribe as well. We're going to be breaking down every single Eastern and Western Conference playoff game that's coming up. Cannot wait to do them. This is one of the best times of the year. Once again, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to y'all again later.